Yo, it's that for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig? Hey, man, we got the stream yards open, man. We gonna set the record straight. We gonna set the record straight tonight. You feel me? We won't get it in. We gonna do a different type of live. We gonna let people join in. You know what I'm saying? Get their opinion or whatever. You know what I mean? See what it really do. See if people out here really capping or they really stand up people. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, your word means a lot. But some people, you know, they shy away from their word. They start to think things is different from, actual reality. You know what I mean? But to each his own. You feel me? We just coming in this thing, just trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Just trying to understand some things. Like, where does it come from? Why you so mad? You feel me? So when you got these type of things going on, a lot of times people be against the wall. They back be against the wall. Burn dog, what's happening, fam? They back be against the wall. You feel me? My back is never against the wall because we ought to maintain, understand what's going on in life. You feel what I'm saying? See, it's a bigger picture that's going on. You know what I mean? It's bigger than entertainment. It's bigger than social media. It's bigger than all these things. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of times people don't understand it. So things that they don't understand, they either run away or they talk negative about. You feel what I'm saying? So, I see a lot of negativity out there. You feel me? Like I'm looking for like, damn, where this negativity coming from? But I see it. You know what I mean? And I salute it because everybody got their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna like everyone. Everyone you come across, you ain't gonna like them. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a certain type of feeling towards them. But when it comes to being real and being real with yourself, these are things you gotta look in the mirror with every day. You feel me? So can't no man give you that reflection. You giving yourself that when you look in the mirror, fam. So when you look in the mirror and you see that you actually a bozo, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Your ice is melted, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, like I hate that shit in my drink. You feel me? Like when you got ice in your drink and then the ice melts and shit, that's like bad business. You feel me? Like you don't even really want the drink no more because it started to taste like the ice if the ice ain't even right. You feel me? So, like I said, you got bozos though, man, across the globe. You know what I mean? Across the globe, fam. Why do they do the antics? Why do they do what they do? I have no idea, fam. I'm curious. Like they ain't even making no money. Like what's to it? Like fuck the entertainment industry. Like what you doing? Like making money like physically on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, got like over 100,000 subscribers or more, shit, you really ain't making no money. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you do stocks or something, you do credit repair, then you probably making money. But other than that, you ain't making no bread, man. So why so much tension for a few $100s? That's what I'm curious about. Like niggas like you, like man, it's almost like you'll do anything for the money, man. Even when it's a few $100s involved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, burn dog, absolutely. Watered down YouTube internet gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to be like me? Bro, one thing I always wanted to be, once I turned a certain type of way, I wanted to not be that no more. I was like, yo, I'm an evil motherfucker. I want to not be this no more. You feel me? So, some people I see that in upper age and when they get into, upper in age, I would say. That's what I keep saying. Upper. Like they get into a high like 30s, 20, late 20s, and then they start to want to be a part of these different organizations, want to be a part of these different activities that, might take place on some sort of block. You know what I mean? And when you got these type of people trying to get involved for no reason, it's just like, why, fam? Why you want to get involved in things that don't concern you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole bunch of things that you can get involved with that you can make it concern you, and you can campaign it. It can really touch home, but the shit that people do is like they don't understand it, fam. They ain't really with it. They just trying to hold action amongst themselves and try to figure it out. You know, only thing is they trying to figure it out in the general public. So if you watching or if you following them, you feel me? Actors, athletes, YouTubers, etc. You know what I mean? Exactly. Exactly, burn dog. That's what I'll be saying. Like, I'm glad I got a lot of that shit out of my system because I'll be in jail for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, got a lot of this stuff out your system when you young, the stupidness, the stuff that people do, just to be doing because they bored. You feel me? And these type of things still take place. Don't get it twisted. Around the world with people who've been in the game for 20, 30 years. But the thing is like they move a different way. You ain't gonna see them on no Instagram. You ain't gonna see them on no YouTube. You ain't gonna see them, what I'm saying, involved in none of these shenanigans. You just gonna hear a name and you gonna see a cloud. Like if you ain't from that area, you don't know them. You know what I mean? So, people gonna do what they wanna do. Hazel Eyes, what's happening, fam? People gonna do what they wanna do. But at the end of the day, you gotta try to strive to do better, fam. You know what I mean? It's hard out here for people who being fake, you know, right? Shit, it's the other way around. It's hard out here for people being real. People being fake, man, they getting M's right now. You know what I mean? So a lot of people's like, yo, I might as well be fake. Nigga, you was fake from the get-go. You hear what I'm saying? You was fake from the gate, nigga. You just don't turn fake, boy. Oh, I'm gonna do what they doing because they getting the bread over there. That shit ain't even a part of your brain. It shouldn't even be a part of your, you know what I'm saying, your makeup. But these are the type of dudes that it's a part of their makeup. They, what I'm saying, they try to understand outside of their culture. You know what I mean? Because everybody that look like you and me ain't a part of this culture. Everybody that look like me and you know what I'm saying? Some people are a part of the culture. You will be surprised. You know what I mean? But the thing is like when you got individuals they constantly go on the internet, they constantly want to have issues with people they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's almost fascinating. You feel me? QG, what's good, Philly? What's happening, fam? Oh man, we just cooling, man. Just talking some shit. Trying to wrap it up. Get some of these people together. We got the stream yards open and shit. If y'all want to come up here and give y'all energy and what y'all got going on, you feel what I'm saying? Let me post the link again. But this shit is real though, fam. Like people do whatever they want to do for shits and giggles, but at the end of the day, like the shits and giggles But the thing is like, how could you say you real when you know what I'm saying, you falling under that type of movement? You ain't real, fam. You fake as fuck. You been fake from the gate. You want real, ain't no real bone in your body. Like, you just faking it, man. You know what I'm saying? You just walking around like a shit with no soul. Yeah, bird dog. That's how you gotta be these days. You gotta keep to yourself because these dudes are strangers, man. And just like the Netflix series, Stranger Things, man. It's strange things out here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I bear witness. I seen a few. You feel what I'm saying? And fakeness is like on the number one, you know what I'm saying? The number one people are gonna be fake. You will see people will change their opinion in mid conversation. They'll just the beginning of the conversation was totally different. Mid conversation, they just changed their whole chain of thought of what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's sad for different people, you know what I mean? But it ain't sad for me. Shit, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, you know. And people gonna continue to hate. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna always do that. Yo, we got Hazel Eyes in the building. What's good, fam?
What's going on? What's going on? How you guys doing up in the chat? How's
Yeah,
everybody
how's
doing?
everything going?
Everything's good. I just came in the house from outside.
Oh yeah, that's why you got your mask on.
Yeah, I definitely gotta, everybody, a lot of people not taking this social distance thing
Oh, you got
serious.
us on double time. You got us another app open.
I do? Me?
Yeah.
No, I was playing my music on my tablet. I have a
Now, not
iPad.
your music. It's probably like another
All right, let me check it. Hold on.
the YouTube or the
Really?
Facebook.
All right, let me come back in.
Yeah, I don't think it's really about being the old man, burn dog. I think it's more so about being conscious of what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I get it. It was my phone that was doing that. Oh, my bad. It was my energy that was off. I had the damn app on. I'm trying to figure that out. Yo, we got the stream yards open right now, man. Come give your opinion, man, on you know what I'm saying, just different life situation, man. What you got going on, man? Why you mad or why you happy? You feel me? A lot of times people be like scared to give their opinion because people gonna remember it. And they gonna remember them and hold them accountable for it. And that's when we, like we were saying earlier, that's when that fake and that real come out, because it's like, yo, you said this on this, but you saying something here is totally different. You hear what I'm saying? Like I don't need, like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I don't give a fuck if you had one view in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Like the message still got to go. You know what I mean? Some people be so concerned about that. They be so concerned about this and this. Yeah. And that and why this is happening. You know what I'm saying? Things that don't even really even make sense. You know what I mean? But I bear witness that I seen a lot, man. And I seen like, organizations crumble. I seen shit individuals crumble, you know, for real, for real. OG, what's good? We got Kareem Johnson in the building. OG, what's happening, homie? What's good, brother?
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.
Hold up.
Yeah, how
Now,
you
you
how
hear me?
how you feel about, like, you know what I'm saying, like
You
what's
hear me?
going
I don't
on?
hear you.
You can't hear me? Hold on. Yeah, can you hear me?
My mic on?
Yeah, your mic on. Can you hear me?
Hold up. Make sure my joint on. Hold up. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know.
Hold on. Let me come cut it right back. Gotta make
Yo,
sure my joint on. Hold on.
Hazel.
I gotta come back. My mic ain't on. You hear me?
Yeah. Yo, Hazel Eyes, can you hear me?
I'm here. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, you good. It was my bad. I had my shit on it. I'm like, I'm talking to you thinking you had the app on. I'm the one had it on.
Right. I was like, let me, because I'm on my tab, the iPad Air, and then I got my phone. I'll be trying to multitask with the work and the you know YouTube. So I'm on it. So everything is good. What's good for the night?
Oh man,
You
just
you
trying to
hear me?
figure it
Peace,
out.
peace. You hear me?
Yeah, peace, peace. Can you hear us?
Hold on. yeah, hold up. I got to turn the TV down. I got to address some stuff. Hold up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
salute to everybody in the chat.
Yo, let's go.
What's
OG
good?
Kareem Johnson in the building. What's happening, homie?
What's
Blizz.
happening? Yo,
The gym dropping.
Salute.
listen. Salute, Queen. How you? Who you?
My name is Hazel Eyes,
Okay.
and yeah, salute to you because
Sa-
I'm ready to
Salute.
hear the
What city?
knowledge. Drop the
What's
jewels.
what city you represent?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. So you're a Brooklynite. You're a homegirl. That's what's up.
Yeah, Brooklyn. You know Harlem a little bit too, but I'm Brooklyn all day. So yeah, great.
Okay.
And it's good
East
to
New
have
York,
you. I'm ready to
East New
listen to.
York all day. East New
Oh,
York
East
all
New
day.
York. All right,
East New
I
York
know all
forever.
about East New York. I have an apartment out there too that I rent
Okay,
out.
okay,
Yep.
okay. Well, welcome, Def. What's going on, Def?
Yo, I'm just shit like right now. I'm just going through like just different. I'm just seeing different things that taking place on the internet, and I'm just seeing
Mm,
like you know what I'm saying. People going outside of their word, like they even being mid conversation, and then they
mm-hmm.
change what they said in the beginning of the conversation. Like, and it's weird that people not even noticing it. So I'm like, damn, maybe I'm a foreigner.
Mm.
Maybe I'm the one that ain't real no more. You know?
Nah, what you got to understand is people are not consistent. They're not consistent because of how they intake information, right? And they don't do their own research. They don't take the time to really apply themselves as far as studying and comprehending before they open their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? It's like somebody that will read the first 10 pages and the last 10 pages. You're not going to comprehend a book by
Right.
doing that. But this is what they do, and then they get on social media because it's instantaneous that you get an audience like that. It wasn't like that back in the days when you had to really study. Most of these people wouldn't be invited to the discussion. They wouldn't even be in the same lane. So of course they're going to, be very contradictive when they're speaking. You know what I'm saying? So you're not wrong for it. You're not wrong for being, analytical with it and making that part of your knowledge and your wisdom. That's just
Yeah.
what people are. People are not
Yep.
consistent because they're not grounded in their message. But I just watched your last upload with Gillie and Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
And
You want to speak on that?
yeah, I definitely wanted to commend you on it because I watched Gillie do that live. You know what I'm saying? So every time he jumped live,
Yeah.
you know what I do. I peek in on everybody joint because I want to know exactly where the comrades are at. If my
Mm-hmm.
comrades is there, I'm gonna make my energy felt. You know. So
Yeah.
I was watching that, and I knew somebody was gonna respond, but I didn't think it would be JD. And Gillie said nothing wrong. JD tried to come and talk about the image of Atlanta. But the image of Atlanta, right, has been perpetuated over the last 8 years of being anything but black, if you want to call it that. They have taken on a lifestyle that is European and Eurocentric. So, of
Mm.
course, it ain't nothing but truth when Gillie is saying what he said. Because for the last, like I said, 8 years, the image of Atlanta has been over excess, European labels, black women fighting on each other. You see what I'm saying? Looking down and humiliating and dehumanizing anybody who didn't have their ones up. And this is on every level. We talking about not only the love and hip hop Atlanta
That's a
level,
fact. Yep.
but we
Mm-hmm.
talking about the levels of the black professionals when you have Married to
Yes,
Medicine
brother.
and Basketball Wives. So this is all different age groups and different economic levels that are
Mm-hmm.
perpetuating this image in Atlanta. So this is all
Right.
we see, and not only us, but this is all that the globe has seen when you're looking at Georgia and you're looking at Atlanta. So Gillie ain't say nothing wrong. He just checking your skirt on it. Like, yo, what's up? Y'all getting ready to go run outside and go spin on some nonsense and catch something in your lungs that you're gonna pay for later on.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
In
So
Atlanta, like I used to
Right.
live out there, and like they do have like they got clubs, like believe it or not, they got clubs that stay open to 8 in the morning. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like that, and the police is in front of them motherfuckers, so they know about it. But at the
right. So
same
this is what
time, like I'm talking about, like
this is not a it's
it's
not a
not a new
false
thing.
image.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
a
not.
false image.
It's
This is your
not.
lifestyle. Now somebody's checking you on it because again, what he said, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about the hoods that were having a difficult time surviving if the
Mm-hmm.
state in fact opens up. You
No,
understand what
in
I'm saying?
Atlanta,
Yeah.
no, not TV bullshit, fam. Like in Atlanta, Deja, look it up on Google right now. Club
Listen,
Deja Vu, Club
can,
Lavish, Blue Flame, it's just tons of them. You know what I'm saying? It's tons
can
of them
I
because it's like out
interject
there.
real
Go
quick?
ahead, go ahead.
I don't know
Definitely,
if you
Queen.
guys saw the news cast that Trump did, and he was talking about the soft opening of Atlanta, and I'm a black person, and I felt so violated and disrespected because his thing was, oh, well, the tattoo shops and the beauty parlors and the nail
Mhm.
salons and these all of these establishments are ready to open up, but I don't think it's time. And I'm like, okay, well, you didn't have to say it like that because all of these things that's coming up with Gil the Kid, he wasn't wrong for saying what he had to say. I'm not saying that he was wrong. However, I think like it's a time where everybody is going through it. We all are going through something. We never like some people we never been through anything like this. Like I would as an educator, I would rather go to work and teach my kids every day than to sit there and be on a computer and communicate with them through a computer and a laptop and call them every day. This is really crazy. But a lot of people are not taking it serious. And I feel what Gil the Kid said, he had to get the message over because did you see like Clout, you put it up there, and I'm glad that you put it up there because Jermaine Dupri was stumbling over his words because he had to backtrack
Mhm.
everything that he was like for
First of all, he was reading it. He's
off the
reading it.
phone, right
Reading
on
it.
the phone, right?
So you're not sincere with it.
Yes.
You're not sincere with it. Nobody have ever
You think a
seen you in an
publicist gave
interview.
him that? A publicist gave him that?
Clout, did you see him reading it off of his cellular phone?
Yeah, but I'm saying, you think a publicist gave him that?
Of
Some sort of
course.
somebody who was, you know,
Um,
behind the scenes, like, yo, read this.
might not it
Hmm.
might have not have been a publicist, but this is something that if you're genuine with, listen, I do live every day, all day. You'll never see
Right.
me with no notes. You understand what I'm saying? Because I eat, sleep, breathe this. I'm here to help my people on the path to liberation. So it's already embedded. It's already something that I'm going to come through with on a regular basis off the cuff. Just like if somebody's a battle rapper, what the hell? He not bringing nothing to the damn battle. But what
Yep.
he ready to spit. I do this off the top of my head all day, every day, because I'm ingrained with the principles that come with moving people on a better path to liberation. So why, if you coming through with that message, you claim that this is something you really felt? What you got to read off your phone for? You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? You don't have to read that. That might not have been a publicist, but I'm sure somebody, one of them Shanti Das or one of them chicks that he have around him might have helped him, make a little note on his cell phone and he came through with it. You talking about the image of Atlanta, but you perpetuated that. Your artist still to this day. You got Candy Burris on there for 6 years talking about selling sex toys. You got the other ones over there talking about selling wigs. Nene Leakes is selling wigs every day on her live. So that's the image of Atlanta. Of course, that's the image of Atlanta because that's all people seeing. They talking about shoes. They got
Uh,
dudes on there that's switching harder than they are in heels.
can we address um I think her name is I'm not trying to get it wrong. Aubrey Ya. She said if you're not from Atlanta, you can't speak on what goes on in the city through those families. He doesn't speak for me. We understand that. We're not
Yeah,
trying to take sides here, but we just saying what's good for the people. And we just have to be mindful when they say, "Oh well, we're gonna open up the city," or soft, just like they did in Florida. You saw in Florida how they did a soft opening, and the beaches were
mm-hmm.
crowded. They had this that it was like we're not gonna do it again. They had to shut the beaches down
Listen,
because
and for
everybody
people
came out.
who, and not to cut your
Yeah.
wisdom,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
sister, not to cut your wisdom, but
Salute
for
everybody
people
in the
listening,
chat. Salute.
salute.
Salute everybody.
Salute. And not to cut your wisdom, but when people say that, right, as far
Uh-huh.
as us not being from Atlanta, Gillie made that statement. He said, I'm not talking to that audience. I'm talking to the other audience where I want to save lives. But people don't know my family's from Sparta, Georgia, Hancock County. You know what I'm saying? Half of East New York is in Atlanta right now.
That's a
They're
fact.
transplants and been in East and been in Atlanta since the 90s. You see what I'm
Stonebound. I
saying?
know. Yep. I know a lot of
My
people out there.
family's in Atlanta. They 33rd degree Masons. They in every level of society in Atlanta. So it's not like we not speaking from firsthand information. You see what I'm saying? Firsthand information, man. Atlanta's not that far. You have half of New York, half of Brooklyn is in Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not disrespecting it, but we're talking about that particular element that is continuously in front of the camera representing Atlanta. You
Yeah,
understand
but
what I'm
this
saying?
listen. Like I used to live in Atlanta, and I'm not basing shit off no TV. Like I literally used to be in the clubs.
Right,
Like I know, like y'all clubs is deep as hell. Like when you go in the club, BQE, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about,
It
fam. If you
is
from Atlanta, East
yeah,
Atlanta,
right,
like you go to these different spots, fam. It's deep as hell in there. So you
yeah,
ain't gonna be no 6 feet shit.
yeah,
And you know everybody
exactly.
walks in there. You will see a bum will come in there and he dancing on the floor. Like
And the
no
statement,
disrespect to someone that's homeless, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
right,
Someone who maybe not have the ability to take care of themselves like you do. Let me say that.
right. And the statement that was made, he made it coming from a perspective of somebody being in the industry and knowing how they move down there in the industry and what y'all industry people are showcasing. Y'all haven't showcasing no growth in Atlanta for nobody outside of that industry. What happened to everybody else that's in the hoods down there? What happened to Milledgeville, Sandersville? What happened to Savannah? What happened to Macon? What happened to all those other cities and towns and states that y'all don't showcase that are not going to be okay if it opens up? This is what the statement was about. And he was calling at y'all people who out there telling everybody Atlanta's the good life. Come through. If you're in the industry, you on. The TIs, the Jermaines. You dig what I'm saying? All y'all sports dudes that's down there, in there, and y'all in y'all little clusters. And like he said, y'all good. Y'all got food stacked up.
Yo,
Y'all
Uncle
got
Nick.
two or
Hey,
three. Y'all
Uncle
got
Nick,
two or
it'd be a
three kids.
pleasure if you come up here real quick, bro, and give us your input, Uncle Nick. It'd be a pleasure, man.
You dig? This is
Oh,
what
you
the
live
statement is
now?
about.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, brother.
That's what the statement is about. You talking about the image, and the image is reflective of everything else that could and could not be going right and wrong down there. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to counter that? What other messages are y'all putting out there for y'all peoples down there? And not only the messages, what are y'all doing with all those resources that y'all got? What y'all doing? Where's that? That's what we're talking about. We're not seeing it. This is serious. Like the sister said, this is serious. This is something that nobody has been going through ever. Ever. We teaching kids from a computer at home. We trying to get information to the people using Zoom, using Facebook
yeah,
and all these other platforms. So what else
yeah.
is we watching? We don't see none of that coming through when you watching them up on the screen. What else we getting from Atlanta? From the industry people that's supposed to be the main ones getting it. What we getting? We see 10, 12 of y'all, all y'all showcasing, y'all just going around, going to spas, sipping on teas, and then berating each other in front of the camera about who don't have what, who ain't got this, who man is doing that. The image of the black man down there, the heterosexual black man who's woke and conscious is not even seen. We don't see Dre 3000 down there on a regular basis. We don't see none of the heavyweights that's right up here doing nothing on a regular basis, which y'all showcasing. Y'all showing dudes in skirts and purses running around keying with the rest of the women in salons and stuff. And that's always the best friend. That's the best friend. We don't see them showcasing them. The black man is their best friend. Their best friend is this dude. So that's the image that he was talking about. That's the image that keep coming across the screen, not only here nationally, but internationally. And you have people that's going to imitate that and take that image and run with it. So this is what he was talking about. Don't come on there half-assing and trying to act the kid. And then you got a whole bunch of them, like he said, yo, you don't want to get stopped from coming through there. Come on. He ain't got to worry about no OGs and nothing stopping him coming through from Philly because y'all already got a curfew on y'all. So Cracker, Whitey is stopping people from doing anything. So y'all not the real tough one. Stop trying to front. Sending indirect shots at the kid. Kid know what he talking about. What y'all doing down there? What y'all ready to open up for? Let's really talk about it. And stop playing games with it. He should have just shut up. Like he said, you was just hitting Janet, dude. You took an L for that. Keep it moving. You shouldn't even be on nobody's screen talking about nothing.
That's what he said.
Come on, man. What we doing here? What we doing here? And that's what I was talking about earlier, Def. These people trying to hijack the conscious platforms. They trying to sound like they got something to say when they don't. And they can't sound consistent because they don't have it up here. There's no consistency up here. But they know that this is the only other route you can go because it's no longer making sense to anybody talking about how much you got, how many cars you pushing, how many pairs of shoes you have, how many times you get your eyelashes done, how many times you go up in there and get some lipo or whatever. It don't make sense now because people are dying. So now they trying to hijack the message. Oh, let me get on my Instagram Live. Let me get on my YouTube. This is what they have to do now, but it's not consistent. You see what I'm saying? They can only talk it for about 10 minutes or so before they have to go back into that ego and start putting themselves on a high pedestal because Whitey done gave them a check. That's the only thing they can say. Oh, you mad because you ain't getting this check. And that check is worthless now. That Bentley they caught and they bought, they can't do shit with. You can't even cross state lines no more. You done. You just spent $1 million on a piece of metal that you can't even push to Canada. You can't go to Mexico. You can't go nowhere. You can't come to New York. You getting stopped on the turnpike. Where you going? So you wasted all that Whitey gave you, you know, for working in the house. All them little ends is worthless now. But you're trying to maintain some type of prestige over us. But coming up in there and trying to sound like you're saying something. You ain't saying shit. They ain't consistent with it. And they struggling now. So now they all trying to find a different way to get people to still pay attention to them. That's all it is. That's all it is. These dudes is grasping for straws now because they can't do no shows. What can they do?
Hey, yeah, you got something to say about this one man? Yo.
You dig? That's all it is, man. You know, we keep it 1,000, Def. Keep it 1,000. They chasing clout, and there ain't no more clout to chase, man. Because the Rona on their ass. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Day ones. It's real.
Yep.
It's real.
Appreciate it.
Dig? Rona on their ass. So you can keep chasing clout. Y'all can keep clickbaiting. Y'all can keep doing all that little fly ignorant shit. Keep trying to get people to buy your waist trainers and keep trying to, look pretty and do all that little fly shit. But you ain't gonna be looking too pretty in the ER. Bet none of that shit with you in there. How about that? Well, they've been stunting for a long time, and people been telling them that. We've been telling them that for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Now that shit ain't about nothing, but you couldn't tell them anything because they kept getting fed. They kept throwing them the bag. Here's a TV deal. Here's a liquor deal. Here's a shoe deal. Here. Start selling T-shirts. Start selling panties. Start doing all this. Here. Oh, yeah, you could be a fitness expert. Just get throwing them the bag. Now what happened? How y'all eating now?
No, facts.
How y'all eating now? You see
People,
what I'm
it's
saying?
sad.
You got
Sad.
no consumers. That's why it don't make sense to open up. You go open up, but you ain't got no consumers. So now you're gonna lose more money
Yeah, like why would
than
you want to go to a barber shop that just cut a COVID-19 patient? Like the chances of that happening is very likely. What's wrong
very
with you?
likely, very
Shit, you
likely.
ain't never heard of little liners. Go get you a little liner, a little beard trimmer. They even got the little tracing tool, man. Get you the tracing tool. You'll be Gucci.
Listen, listen,
Females,
listen,
shit, call your
listen.
homegirl or you braid your own shit. Braid your hair. White girls, braid your shit up too. Goddamn.
Word. That's a fact.
First thing you
You
learn
can't be looking
in the
crazy on
service,
here.
going through basic training, is that your look don't matter when you're in that foxhole. We at war. We in the foxhole, baby. Them looks don't matter. Ain't nobody looking at you. Nobody give a damn what you doing. It's survival. Surviving the van.
Right.
That's what it
But
is.
can I
Ain't
ask you a
nobody paying
question?
you no mind. Yes.
So through this coronavirus, right? We've
Mm-hmm.
noticed, like me as a female, I'll go to the beauty parlor all the time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of males because I have two sons, right? So I always have clippers because my son is 22. No, he's 20, he's 22, he'll be 23. And I always have clippers because that's a thing that you have to have in the house for a male. So
Mm-hmm.
many men are complaining about not having clippers. Like that's something that I think as a man you should have automatically.
Yeah, you should have been at least messed yourself
Definitely.
up by now. Like, come on, fam. You depending on God. Like, yeah, you depend. I mean, not God, but you depending on the world to give you some
Yes.
sort of result. You gonna lose every time.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, and this is what happened. They got people believing that if you can't pay $25, $30 for a fresh one, that you're not
They
Mm.
worthy.
charging 40 out here in Vegas.
Well,
What?
whatever the price is, if you can't afford that weekly, you're not worthy. You see what I'm saying? This is the mind game. Anything to
Yeah.
distance you from somebody who may be struggling, you're gonna continue to front. You're like, what? Nah, I don't need clippers in the crib because I got a barber that I go
That's a
to
fact.
every week. You see what I'm saying? This is the mindset. Like, remember, can you recall back before the Rock broke up and Dame Dash was talking that shit on TV about, oh, I just open a pack of t-shirts, wear one and throw it away. Who wears a t-shirt more than once? He was stunting hard. Like he throw away t-shirts, wear it once and throw it away. Now I don't wash it. Who does that?
Yeah,
I
who does
bet he
that?
wish he had them goddamn t-shirts now. I bet he
Yeah,
wash it now.
that's like a lot of
Then
rappers.
see,
Like, yo, I wear a new pair of shoes every day. I bet you them same broke ass rappers wish they had them shoes and them
no doubt,
Valentinos that
no
they
Yep.
doubt,
had back now, motherfucker.
no doubt. It's
Fact.
worthless. But if you never had anything, if you never had to really struggle to get your bread, you understand what I'm saying? You're gonna have that mindset. But when you come from a different cloth, when you really been in the streets, when you really had to get down for that bread, you knew not to overspend. You knew not to spend on no bullshit. You knew
That's
not to
not
be out
that's
there
not listen,
flashing.
brother. I'm not let me tell you something. Go ahead. You still talking?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, we know a lot of rappers, and I'm going to do a quote on quote, and people that have been in the spotlight. They made a lot of money, and just like you said, and I applaud you for that because these young kids that's coming up need to know they spent millions of dollars on clothes and everything and all of this stuff that houses and things that were foreclosed on, and now they don't
Mm-hmm.
have anything, and they were in the spotlight. They had #1 albums, #1
All
movies,
that,
and
all that,
right, you are speaking facts right now. Like, yeah,
all
they
that,
need to know
all
that.
that. Toe up right now, twisted, and refuse to go get a job to keep them afloat.
Yep.
They think somebody owed them something. They think the game owed them something. They think life owed them something. They
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of
refuse to
people
get a
like that.
job. They twist it.
Yes, it is.
And again, like I said, I've been doing
Or
this.
no, it's like one thing like refusing getting jobs, but you gotta have some type of hustle. Like, damn, and I ain't talking about selling dope. I'm talking about a real hustle, like something that's
Yep.
going is forever. You know what I'm saying? That
It's
no
nothing
matter
else.
what, can't
It's
nobody
nothing else.
stop this shit.
There's nothing else to hustle. Everybody have everything they need. So what are you hustling? Ain't
Well,
nothing
look,
else.
but I'm saying though, like if a person, for example, if a person didn't want a job, it's things that they can do, right? Because I would
Oh
think
yeah,
Uber ain't
definitely.
really I could think Uber ain't really a job. Uber is, you know what I'm saying, it's on your own time. You got so many apps, you got
Right.
so many things. You can start YouTube in your life and fuck around, get 100,000, you know what I'm saying, subscribers and make an
That's
income.
a
It's that
fact.
easy
Yep.
right now. It's
Yep.
that
Yeah.
it's right in your hands. All you gotta do is put
But
to
when
it.
you
You feel me?
again,
Like I'm into trucking. So
mm-hmm.
trucking is easy for anybody. You don't gotta have a brain. People tell me all the time on YouTube, yo, you barely know how to fucking read. But guess what? I own a trucking company in 2 states. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
You don't know how to read. What?
Yeah, that's what they say. But I'm just
But
saying though,
your
these the type of
content
things
come
that
you
people pay attention to.
but you come with your content like back to back, so you must know how to read something, god damn it. I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah. But you know, I gotta put
Listen,
that out there because I'm gonna take that with me to the top. Like, yo, you know, just for the people who can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you can do it. Come on.
listen. I'm gonna tell you something. From '86 to '88, right? There was a few dudes out of East New York. When I'm talking about East New York, some parts of Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, right? We was getting money,
Uh.
getting money. When I'm talking about getting money, and I'm not talking about hustling. Dudes in BK wasn't on that type of time back then. Everything was strong on B, everything, and everything was across that bridge in Manhattan. You see what I'm saying? So you know what kind of people we was on. Wasn't none of this on this. You dig what I'm saying? We doing it with our hands, going and getting that bread, right? Wall Street, Diamond Block. You know what I'm saying? Upper
Yes.
Manhattan, going to get this money, right? And when I tell you, dudes had stores in their house. When I'm talking about 50 leathers, 150 pair of sneakers,
Mm-hmm.
jeans, jewelry, all that from strong arming. And the average rap dude back then wasn't getting nothing. You see what I'm saying? So we knew what it was to really be in the street and getting money and somebody who is creating an image from some rap
So, do
shit.
you think that
You
was
see
the
what I'm
plan from the
saying?
get go? To like the look, like okay, the street dudes getting more money than y'all right now, but sooner or later
Yeah,
y'all gonna have way more money than them.
but this is what happens. You get a certain image. Rakim comes through, Big Daddy Kane come through. They got the image of the street on them. So these record execs is like, yo, what is that? Who is that? How? What are they doing? How they get money? So these dudes that can spit was articulating what the streets was about to the global audience. But the dudes that's really in the street we was putting in pain to get that. So all that shit that these dudes got now off of a check, dudes was in the street getting from their hard work. So we had stores. You had dudes literally had stores in their bedroom, B. That was the thing. This shit ain't new. This is a rerun. If we got a scuff on a pair of our sneakers, that was it. Wasn't wearing it again. We going back to Midtown and we're gonna get 3-4 more pair. You had chicks that was going up in Trump back then. People think this shit he's new. No, he's going to Trump because he had the Gucci outlet in his store, and chicks is coming out of there with minks, with Gucci velour sweatsuits, boosting.
Oh.
This ain't new.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
been
it
getting
ain't
this
new.
money.
This ain't new.
So when you see dudes on TV and you see athletes on TV talking about they got 100 pair of sneakers and that shit ain't nothing. We was doing that. That shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't nothing.
That's a
You understand
fact.
what I'm saying? But the image, and if you don't know the history, the kids is following this bullshit. And this goes again back to the statement. If people are looking at Atlanta and that's all they see, is people coming through, you talking about you got a home and the home is worth $1 million, and you know you're seeing these cars and the women is coming up, they always made up. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's so
Yeah,
professional, not knowing that they all changing hands together. she's a doctor, so she's on the show, but she's the patient and she's on the other show, and he's married and he's doing this and he's helping that one. They don't know that community is small. It's small. So when y'all not advocating for the rest of Georgia, when y'all not advocating for the hood, who really gonna suffer and go through it, you putting out that falsehood that it's going to be secure and it's okay. So this is what he was saying when he was checking the dude. That's it. Don't get tight because somebody calling y'all out on y'all bullshit. Our
Yeah, and it's bound to happen.
If those who have the truth, who know the truth, is not able to reach certain levels visually. So everybody can say, well, listen, this is what's going on really in New York.
Kareem P, salute, fam.
You dig? This is what's going on in Seattle. This is what's going on in Texas. Because this is new. This is new. Right here. So we have to deal with it with concrete information to keep people alive. We don't know if it's man-made. We don't know if it's something that just kind of morphed into something from the animals. Or you don't know if it's 5G. We don't know what it is. So the best thing to do is to make sure that we use all of the strategies to keep ourselves safe. Because one thing we do know is certain, that people's getting taken out of here. People is dying. So if you're not really sure about what's killing them, you need to protect yourself from all of it. And you can only do that by utilizing the truth and not creating some fake shit like it's all okay. You dig?
Facts.
That's a
No, they
fact.
always want the fakeness.
Yeah, because they eat off the fakeness. Cracker done showed them how to eat off of being fake. Because he's fake, and now his world is collapsing. His world is collapsing, baby. The economy is collapsed. The facade of him being all that and omnipotent and having all the answers, that facade is gone. So now the ones who really know the truth are the ones that's going to be under attack. They're going to keep attacking the little dude that's spitting the truth, because now the people are listening.
Right.
Because we've been telling you that it's coming down the pipe. Don't know what, but we know it's going to be something major. It's going to be some type of collapse, and everything that you thought, everything that you believed in, everything that you feel was so important, it ain't so important no more. Simple as that. Simple as that. People can't even go mourn their relatives.
Yep. Yeah, they gotta cremate them, and you gotta pay. They're gonna send you out a bill.
No, you talking to them on the phone one day, the next day they gone. You know what kind of psychological effects that is having on our community?
Yep. And you just go pick up their ashes. That's all you can do.
I said, you talking about opening up. What would that look like? What would that look like for the people who are still scared and nervous about going outside? What is that going to look like for the 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds whose parents just allowed them to go walk the streets by themselves? How they going to feel secure letting them back out, not knowing what's out there? We haven't seen no city or state clean up yet. There's been no cleaning. There's been no sanitizing in a mass scale in any of our cities. So how is that going to look for people who elders need to get driven around to different places?
Can I interject there?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm familiar with New York City housing because I do a lot of outreach work, being that I'm home. So I had to call because my grandmother, she lives in a senior building, and I had to call because, of course, the city of New York, in any New York City HUD apartment or city building, they are supposed to have private contractors come in and like sanitize the knobs and everything like that. So I called because, I'm concerned about my grandmother. So I swear to you, I called like 311 1 week or 411, whatever it is. And
Mm-hmm.
the next week, I'm telling you, they were in the building,
Yeah.
sanitizing everything down, you know. And it wasn't because I don't think like they didn't know what I was talking about when I first brought
Mm-hmm.
it to them, but eventually I started seeing them coming out, and it wasn't like the New York City housing workers that work in the building to clean up the garbage.
No.
And she
Mm-mm.
lives in a pretty good development. So I'm not speaking for every development.
No, but
And
you're right. There is because well, you know, I work for father to father initiative. I deal with fathers who have ACS cases, who need domestic violence training and anger management and parenting skills training. So we get a lot of referrals and we send out a lot of people to
I work
get
in a public school near you in East New York. So we're gonna have to talk.
okay, good, good, definitely. So I
Yeah.
know for a fact because the sister reached out to me and asked me if any of my fathers need work, that they're cleaning projects and all that, and there's
Yes.
no experience. They'll train them up. They
Yep.
just got to work and make sure they protect it. So it's going on, but if it's
Hmm.
going on in select areas, right now they clean up your grandma's building, but everything around it hasn't been sanitized. So now those people are still infected, right? So we got one clean spot here, one clean spot there, and everything else is a mess. We have to make sure everything in the city and the state is
Yes.
getting sanitized in a specific amount of time so people are not recontaminating certain things. Now they trying, but again, we still have to deal with a lot of people who aren't tested. Testing has to increase. We have to deal with a lot of people who are still don't even know they're sick. They're carriers, right? Then we have
Right.
to deal with the mental impact because since this shit happened, domestic violence has went up, child abuse has went up, crimes in the
Hmm.
street against women have went up. Now we see a lot of people who were mentally imbalanced out in the street, wigging out, doing a whole lot of shit. All you gotta do is look at the Citizens app all day, every day is something crazy going on, and these people are infected. So it's a lot to it,
Yeah.
other than just saying just
Hmm.
open up. Because what else are you opening up other just besides the businesses? You open up a whole lot. So it's not only
Yes.
Atlanta, it's not only New York. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody. We gotta all be on the same page with it. Conspiracy theories
Right.
aside, damn all that. Let's deal with science. Let's deal with concrete information, and that's the problem. You have a lot of people that's trying to come off like they professionals with this shit, and they not.
Yeah.
So they
Yes.
don't know what's going on. This dude on TV telling people to ingest bleach. The fuck is the matter with
Ah,
him?
Who
You
said that?
understand? It's a lot going on.
Who said
Trump,
that?
yeah. I
45.
saw it.
Trump,
Yeah. It was
you
like
know?
drink bleach.
Right. We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. So we have to be people who are not only speaking it, but people who are
Yes.
out there. You know, like
It
you
was
said, you
all
do a lot
day.
of
They
outreach
have memes
work.
all day about that. He's really a real,
Yeah.
he's a character.
Really not, yeah, a character is right. But
I
see,
didn't want to
people
say the
such as
other word.
yourself, people
Right.
such as yourself that are the real superheroes, right? The people that's really out there doing what they need to do and showing people how you could take care of ourselves and take care of our own on our own. You don't have to wait for government intervention. You don't have to wait. And again, that's what the statement is about. What y'all opening up Atlanta for? For what? For what? Y'all silly? Because they said y'all could do it? And that's the statement. So his comeback was wrong and silly. You know? I'm about to do my thing. Because Brother Bay and I was supposed to go on IG and drop a little something. And my phone ain't really charged. I just did it.
Yeah.
Wanted to come in real quick because Def, I'm on you. As soon as you drop something, I'm right there. Like, let me see what it is.
That's a
You
fact.
know,
No, I
but
appreciate it, fam.
definitely
That's the family
supporting
right
Gillie.
there.
Support Gillie in that. You dig what I'm saying? Anytime you want to
Yeah.
build, he could build. Let's build. Because that shit there, yeah, Atlanta image is tarnished. It's tarnished. You know what I'm saying? They look like a bunch of renegade hoes out there. Simple as that. Needing some good knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
And they
feel
ain't
you.
got nobody else to blame for that image but them. Because somebody who was an executive producer on TV told them it's okay to do certain shit. Here, we're gonna give you a bag. That's y'all image. Y'all messed that image up. Y'all gotta hold the blame for that. He ain't talk about your image. Your image is it is what it is. And that's globally. Everybody watched it. Y'all let the shit run for 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons. You dig?
Mm.
So definitely doubt, Cloud. As always, you know I salute. I love my people. You dig?
Salute,
We'll
fam.
Can I
build
ask you a
later on.
question, Blills? OG
Yes.
East New York. Can you throw up your YouTube channel because
My
I'm definitely
YouTube is
have to
right there.
subscribe.
My YouTube is Karim, survivor of the 75th Precinct Johnson. All right, Karim, Karim, survivor of the 75th, 75
And you on
PCT
Facebook too,
Johnson.
cause we streaming on Facebook
Yeah,
right now, Twitch, as
yeah.
well as 3 YouTubes, cause
Right,
we trying to go
my
big, man.
Right.
Fuck
Facebook
these
there,
niggas.
and IG
Yes.
is my IG is Blizz East New York, Bleed LIZ double underscore East New York, and it's
All
all
right.
public. It's all public. I don't play with it. Tell the deaf I don't play with you. Anytime they want to dialogue, I'm here.
Yeah,
You did.
facts.
Anytime they want to dialogue, I'm here. I don't run from it because I'm coming
No
from
problem. You
perspective.
like I like that you speak the facts and I like the way that you give it to the people how they need to have it. And I love the fact that you are definitely in tune with the facts and the community and you are about self-righteousness. Like that's all that I love about YouTube. Like all that other stuff we just leave that on the side. And that's what Clout is
Yeah,
about.
definitely.
He always
And
bring the
it's much
diversity.
appreciated.
That's why I love him to death. That's my guy. And
I
I rock with
appreciate
him.
that. I appreciate you for that. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, but hit me. I'm right there. I'm right
I
there.
am.
Believe me, and I'm super active in the street. Super active all day, every day. If we're about liberating our people, I'm right there. You dig?
That's
It
a
definitely
fact.
was a pleasure. It was a pleasure sitting with you and building with you on this platform, and we could do it all day, any day. But just reach out. All right.
It's
Salute,
Kareem
salute.
Blills Johnson, East New York.
Yes.
All right, got you.
Salute.
Salute,
Salute.
salute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so the panel is still open, man. Like, it's an open panel today, and you just basically get into it, cause like even what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, it's a direct to what he was just talking about, and that's what we want you to do, man. Come up here, what I'm saying, say your piece and let us know what you know what I'm saying, how you feel, because chances are people probably not haven't heard from someone in your area, you know what I'm saying? So that'd be dope. Hazel Wise, what's
Yes.
good, fam? How the page going along?
Um, Cloud, do not even ask me. You are gonna make me all blushy and everything. I'm trying to get it together, and I just need to really sit down. And my co-host he moved to Atlanta, so I'm kind of stuck right now because
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to having somebody on my side,
Yeah,
guiding me. So, I'm gonna do something because my subscribers, I'm still getting them or whatever. But I just know that I have so many things that I need to talk about. But, I always try to share my information and, do what I have to do. But Clout, I'm telling you, I'm gonna come when I come, I'm gonna come strong, right?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Cause like just the
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about like you was telling me about a few months ago, and I got to put that series together, like what females who was behind dudes that was incarcerated, and what I'm saying, they input, um what I'm saying, they struggle behind it, and what took place during that time frame, you feel me? So we definitely
Yes.
gotta put that together, me and you.
Yeah. That's a whole topic. And I already told you that's on deck already because a lot of women are like, We need to
Peace.
Peace,
tell our
peace.
story too.
Peace.
And they don't have the platform, so I know that you are definitely somebody that will put it out there, and they will be willing to like tell you everything because it's nothing about who's right and who's wrong. It's just about putting out the story because the men, I salute them and everything. I love their stories, but we need to hear the flip side,
Mm-hmm.
True.
and I have a story too. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna I have all of my
Well, you
eggs in
got
the
like,
basket.
just to give them a heads up, right? I ain't even gonna say the
Mhm.
name, but yo
Uh-huh.
dude, your baby's father, he's he's known. I even did an interview with him, right?
Right,
And
right.
like when it come to like you had to stick behind him while when he had got a life sentence, and then you know what I'm saying, like how did you feel about that? Like when he got his life sentence, did you stick behind him, or you know what I'm saying? Like how did you feel?
Well, when he got his life sentence, it was like we were together, but it was just so hard because it wasn't the first time I was a young, like I said, I was an emancipated minor.
Mm-hmm.
I was so it wasn't the first time that he was arrested. So when he got arrested for the second time and it was like a life sentence, I had to I was going to school, getting my education because I was one of those females, young I was a young teenager out there, a young woman out there misguided, and I was doing whatever I wanted to do because I had my own. But when I really got with the right people, my mother, I love her to death because she went to college at an older age. And then my best friend just kicked in the door and was like, excuse my French, itch, we doing this. And I went to school and I did what I
You
had
can
to
say
do.
you can say bitch on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, I said, she was like, bitch, we doing this. And I never looked back. And yeah, after the second sentence that he received, because it wasn't the first time. We was together when he was sentenced the first time, but I stuck there. We had trailer visits. I was the youngest chick on the motherfucking visits in Clinton. Them niggas was like, what the fuck is going on around here? Who is this little girl? And I had my paperwork and it was like, oh shit. But I was up there going on trailer visits with my child and sometimes without him. But you know, it was basically a thing where you had to be there to know what was
Yeah.
going on because after the second term, I was already in school. I was moving on. I wasn't trying to, waste my time with somebody that I thought was gonna keep going back to jail. So I just had to move on. And it wasn't a fact that, oh, I met somebody and I just felt like I wanted to disown my husband because he was my husband. He wasn't my baby father, he was my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I just was like, you know what? I need to move on for my kid because we had a child, and I didn't want him to see that. We
Mm-hmm.
taking trips. I'm I'm 16 years old with a back in the days how I used to be with the license insurance or whatever the insurance. I used to drive to Canada, Dannemora, New York. I think it was 8 hours there and 8 hours back with my child. Before that,
Yeah.
before the first bid, I was taking a bus with my child. So that shit is nothing that you would want to go through. And like I keep telling people, like I love to hear the stories that the guys, everybody talk about. But it's another flip side of that. Nobody never talk about that. And I've been through it,
That's true.
Facts.
you know.
What
So
you got to say about that, Cosmo? You got some questions for?
It made me kind of think of my little sister. She her boyfriend had got I think it was like 40 years, and she was going
mm,
up there, and she used to always
mm,
come back with the stories.
telling me how she felt, funny, and they would like
Yeah.
touching her, lift up her titties 8 times, and so
What?
yeah, like on Rikers Island, she was coming through. I think he was in the
Oh,
Ford building
hell
at the
no.
time. Yeah, this was like in I think 94. This was like 94.
I can tell. I'm gonna tell you about the story, but keep on going. I'm gonna tell you about
Right,
the
right.
story.
Yeah, I was pretty much finished, but when I hear
Go ahead.
females talk like that, I be like, wow, because I told my son's mother, I was like, yo, you ain't even gotta come see me because the first time she came, she told me the experience, and I was like, well, I felt bad for her, man.
Let me tell you something, okay?
Yeah,
Um, when I was younger, like I'm not gonna say like my first or second time on Rikers Island, but it was this correction officer, right?
yes.
And he was like super friendly. And I'm
Mm,
young because I'm an emancipated minor. I'm the youngest person on a visit. I'm
right,
walking through there like they like, who the fuck is this little girl? Where your mother at? And I got
right.
my paperwork. Okay, this is
Yeah, yeah.
dead serious. Like,
Wow.
so um the man, he met me, basically he intercepted me at thinking now, back now I'm thinking about it. He
Yeah,
basically saw me, filling out the paperwork, and they must have told him like, oh, we got to look at this girl paperwork because she's not 18 years old.
right.
So he looked at my paperwork. Every day after that day he looked at my paperwork, when I come to Rikers Island, he used to pick me up from the visiting site. Like, I didn't even have to, I gave my paperwork and I didn't have to wait with everybody else. He would just drive me from the visiting site straight to the visiting spot. Like,
Yeah.
it was nothing. And I was
No.
like, for years, I'm like, for a couple of years, I'm like, all right. But then, he tried to, make a move on me,
Oh
like,
wow.
because he was retiring. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Like, I thought this was like, you know, uh, because we never,
Somebody trying to hold you down, like appreciate you,
right,
like you're a younger
right.
female. Let me make sure that she get in here safe.
Yes, yes. And on along, when he retired, he was retired. He was like, oh, yeah, because I want to take you out. I'm like, what? You done lost your, and then,
No,
you know,
that's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy out here.
Yeah. Let me
And
chime
that's
in
why I'm
real
telling
quick.
you.
No, when
Go
you
ahead.
finish, go ahead. When you
I'm
finish, I'll
listening.
comment.
No, I'm done right now
Uh,
with that. But
yeah.
I'm just
Now, cause
trying to tell these young women that it's a real situation out here when women need
right.
to tell their story. It's a lot of stories out here, and I'm telling you, we got them.
Yeah. No,
So
no, it's definitely crazy because when I was in the Ford building, I had this sister named Tiffany. She was from the Red Hook Project. So she used to come see me, right? And this is when they had deaded all the Fez magazine, all the Dawn Diva. You couldn't get none of that through, but she always seemed to get the magazine through for me. So she told me, yo, this guy likes me, this, that, and the third. So, but she told me that she seen a lot of women getting picked up from what's that? Twin Donuts, in front of Twin Donuts, and the dudes driving them there, then driving them home. And I was like, wow. And she said, they was coming on to her all the time, man, all the time. So the stuff that these women go through, just to keep it real, it's like wow. So you're right. They need to tell a story, man, because they go through a lot, man. Just coming up there to see their loved ones.
yep, that's a fact. And the guys sometimes, and I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Right.
All right, because I don't know if I sent Clout know about. I've I know I've I'm 40 years old. I've been to Brooklyn and Harlem and Brooklyn, and I know a lot of people. And I've been been to the feds to see people, and
Right.
I see a lot of the things that goes on, and I'm
Mm.
like, wow, because
A lot of violation.
yeah, it's a lot of violation. And these women, because they want to do certain things, and I'm not taking nothing away from no female, period. But I'm just saying, it just needs to be spoke about because some women is not afraid to talk about it. Like, they're not.
Yeah, maybe some women might come out, if they hear this live, they might, some women might come out
Yeah,
and speak.
yeah. We
So it's good
I
that you
told
bring
I
in
told Cloud
awareness.
before, like you is a lot of like this stuff right here. If you get the women, and
Right,
I'm telling you, is a lot of women that's ready to talk about it, but they just don't have the platform. And like I want
right,
Cloud
right,
to start. Cloud he always reach on. And that's why I love him so much because he
right.
always reach on all platforms. He reach on everything. He
Yeah,
reached every topic. So once they reach out to him, I know he's gonna have to talk about it because
right,
it's a topic. And I'm telling you right now, all of that other stuff that's going on, it is sees half of the stuff that's going on because women in all of these platforms that you see with men, and I'm gonna say it, I know half of these women, and from
right,
younger because I was a young woman
right.
and I thought I was older, but I know a lot of people, and it's just like, wow, the conversations behind the scene is like, why
Like
they
crazy.
keep interviewing these niggas, and we got a whole story to talk about. Like,
Wow. No, I never thought about it like that, but that's deep that you say that, man. For real, that's real deep that you say that. Because you
yeah,
don't really see the women too much on the couches or anything like that. It's always the dudes talking their
mm-hmm,
macho stuff.
yeah. And when the women come, they're gonna bring the emotions, they're gonna bring everything because
Right.
we've been through like it's a whole lot of stuff that you've been through. Like, please, 10 years. Listen, we
Right.
could talk about women coming up there and bringing their kids in bad weather, coming up there and being refused visits coming from 8 hours away, and correction officers refusing them visits because they feel like they disrespected them because they didn't want to either talk to them or sleep with them. Or there's a whole bunch of shit that goes on behind the scenes. And a lot of men, I feel for years, and I don't know if it's the women that just don't tell them because sometimes we as women don't want to put that extra stress on our men that's doing time. But it's a lot of things because these fucking correction officers, some of them, they really try to put pressure on you. And I can tell you, 30% of the women that I know, they like, I'm not fucking going up there because I'm not going up there to do this and I'm not going to do that. Like, and the men, they like, what? They don't understand. Like, they don't really believe that shit sometimes. It's like, no, you don't want to do it because it's another nigga. And men is always ready to throw another nigga in the conversation. Like,
It's crazy, sis, not to cut your
go
wisdom,
ahead,
but I
I'm
knew,
listening.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
they
I knew,
back
I knew
against
that.
the wall.
Right, I knew the Spanish brother that was selling dope on Rikers Island. I think it was, yeah, C95,
Mm-hmm.
and he allowed his wife, I don't know if his wife or his girlfriend, to have sex with the CO in order to bring the drugs up.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
That
that was
goes on
crazy.
every day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
See,
a
that's
fact.
deep. That's real emotional too, because that's like that type of stuff right there is gonna forever give you. Even when he come home or if he ever get out, it's gonna be always some sort of emotion when it comes to that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let alone like maybe you know what I'm saying, like say her new dude, because it's so like, especially when you dating a black man, it's like with us, our back against the wall. They can get us at any given time. To be honest with you, and you know, so chances of you reliving that is kind of likely. You know what I mean? When you dating, us. You
That's
feel
a
me? It's
fact.
crazy.
Yep.
So then when you get this new dude, and then you been with him for years, more than likely, shit, you probably like, you know what? Let's end this shit now. You feel me? So I'm sure it's a lot of females who have been
Real
up that
talk.
road and now they like, they got that new dude. He get jammed up and he probably thinking like, yeah, shorty, she gonna hold me down because she know I know she hold her other dude down, her baby daddy or whatever, woo, woo, whatever he know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
then that
Right.
situation happens and he wondering why she ain't coming through and all the above because of things like this. You feel me?
Right.
some things that already taken place, some things that already shattered her life. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Them sisters go through a lot, dealing with a lot of them brothers in the penitentiary. I knew this one brother that got a new 7-year bid, and his wife didn't even know, and she thought he was coming home in 2 years. I was like, wow, man. The mental
Wow.
games too. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's definitely mental games because it's like, it's mental. It's mental. It's a mental game. And then like some people don't even survive. Like some
Right.
when I say they don't survive, it's like that becomes home. When I tell people all the time on the internet, just because a motherfucker on the internet, like you gotta realize, boy, how many cell phones they sell a day, how many cell phones they
True.
sell worldwide. So everybody got access just like you and I. They can cam
Right.
up, they can talk shit from a comment, but it's still real people, what I'm saying, inside of these comments. And some of these dudes
That's
and
true.
some of these women, they don't care
Yes.
about going back home. You feel what I'm saying? They don't care about going back home. That's home. Life gonna be a
Mhm.
little bit better. In fact, let me go.
Right, right.
So it's deep, man. It's
Yeah,
deep.
very deep, man.
Like that whole prison system, that whole incarceration thing, man, that shit just don't affect the person who's serving the time. It affect everybody, you know what I'm saying, around them, everybody involved.
That's a fact. Yeah, down to the little kids, it affects, and sometimes they don't know how to articulate themselves, but they're affected by it also.
Yeah, yep.
No, that's real, man. The female stories definitely need to be
That's just
told,
like
and you
that's
setting it
like
off
little
now.
a rapper, Lil Durk. That dude
Right.
did. He been in jail. I think probably since he was probably like 6 or 7 years old or some shit, maybe even younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he still got a whole lot of respect for his daddy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing because a lot of times, like the respect levels with guys being behind the wall, that shit leaves.
Right, right. No, you're right. And when a woman is dealing with, like, right, I asked the sister, like, what was your emotional state like? Was it like some days it was up, y'all was good, and some days y'all didn't speak, or how
She
was it?
definitely got a story.
Right, right.
Go ahead, Hazel.
I'm sorry, what you say? I was
Oh no,
on
no.
the
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
No, I said when you was doing the time with him and everything, what was your like your spiritual and your mental state like? Was it like some days y'all spoke, then y'all fell out for like a week? Because I remember I went
Well,
through something like that.
we never felt out. Salute to you, Cosmetology Bay.
That's good.
We
Oh, thank
never
you. Thank you, sis.
Yes, we never felt out. It was just the fact that I grew older because, like I told you, we got married when I was younger. And once I got older and he went to jail for the second time, I was like, you know what? I gotta get my shit together. I can't depend on, I wasn't dependent
True.
on him because my mother and my father had me all the time. And I was dependent on them, but I knew I had to go to school and do what I had to do. But basically, in jail, it wasn't the fact that he was in jail. It was just the fact that I had to move on and not
Right.
worry about what he's gonna do next. Because if he go to back to jail, then I'm gonna be stuck again with my
Yeah. And
my
you're not getting no
child.
younger.
Yeah, so it's not like men always like, oh, well, my wife or my baby mother, I'm gonna be with them. No, you gotta give them that fucking room because that jail
Yes.
stuff is really a fucking hardship for us women that go through that shit. Women and men,
Yep.
because women go to jail too. I'm not gonna
That's
put it
true.
on you know,
Yeah.
it's a
No, I
real
feel you.
hardship.
Yeah. Salute to Papoose,
But it's
man. He held his
crazy because
wife
it's
down.
more.
Yeah,
It's more
salute
the
to
women that.
Papoose.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
real.
Well,
exactly. That's what I was about to say because like it's not a lot of people like Papoose. The numbers are that most men lead the women that's behind the wall.
That's a
yeah, that's
fact.
foul. That's foul.
So like you know how females get dudes 1,000 chances almost. You heard the stories. Come on now, if y'all from what places we
Yes.
from, you heard the stories.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That's
these
real.
females will get these dudes 1,000 chances, and when it come down the other way around, shit, you don't even see 1,000 people
Yep, that's a
That's
fact.
true.
to one
That's true.
jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Yep. I'm
But
telling you, it's just like So it's just a situation where us as a community, we have to talk to, like, I talk to my nieces, I talk to my nephews that have kids, I talk to everybody, because it's
That's
like,
good.
you don't want to go to jail. You don't, all this stuff that we be seeing on these YouTube channels, like, I'm mad at people because they talk about this gangster
Right.
stuff. We need
Yeah.
to be uplifting these kids.
No,
Right
you're right.
now, do you know how many kids, and I live in Brooklyn, New York, okay?
Okay.
You know how many kids and grown adults are being released from jail, and they don't have jobs for the regular people that's out here right now dealing with this coronavirus. I'm fortunate to be
Wow.
an educator, and I have a job. However, I
Salute
feel
you.
so, I'd rather go back to work, but not in this coronavirus issue or whatever. But I'd rather be back to work teaching my kids and seeing them every day, besides
Right.
going through this and having their families not at work. They don't have an income. Um, we have all of these. I would rather see. I don't want all of this stuff that everybody's complaining about. We have bigger issues. I reach out to my community, my kids. We have so many other issues to tackle. And if you're
It's
not
true.
on the right page and you're not educating these kids about the next step, I'm really not even.
Not really
I
feeling
don't
it.
really. Yeah, I'm not even, I don't even want to hear it. That's why I love Clout, because he have all different topics. It's not about one
Yeah,
focus,
Cloud
it's
is
about
definitely
different
conscious.
things. You know, he talks about everything. The conscious community, he talks
Right.
about what's going on in the media, he talks about everything. So
He's balanced
those are
out.
the, yeah, that's the news reporter on, that's
Right.
the best news reporter you can get. But
That's
all this
right.
other stuff, if you're not talking about 360,
Salute,
and that's
salute,
talking
family.
about, I'm talking about women, female children. Let's see if we can get some children, because my son is 23 years old. And Clout put my son music on his channel.
Yeah,
And my
Beautiful.
son, he got a story too. Like, you can,
Yeah.
he, everybody has a story. Like, this jail
yeah.
stuff, it doesn't even reach just the father that
Right.
did the time and the mother that had to bring the children. You got to ask them children too what they've been through,
Oh
because my
yeah.
son can tell you a whole story.
Yeah. Because they could feel that
No,
energy. They
absolutely.
could feel the emotions. They could feel the feelings, and they affected by it too. You know, on a spiritual and a mental level. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's true. And Clout, you just keep on doing what you do. You know, I'm always there. Like, what? You got to do what you have to do, and you've been doing
Yeah,
a great job. And I'm gonna get you that other thing. I'm gonna get you that one with the females. I got it
yeah.
lined. I'm lining it up right now, because you need to, that needs to be heard. A lot of these
Mm-hmm.
women, they listening to YouTube, and it's so ironic how I got the story, because one of my coworkers, she's a gym teacher, and she's been through so much. And
See?
she's like, I saw you on YouTube, because
Hey,
this
let
is,
the record show though. Let the record show that her husband end up getting free. Okay, and let the record show that
oh,
Congratulations.
she's also a school teacher. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. And he did his own appeal. Tell it let
Oh wow.
he freed himself on his
You want to
own
say his name?
appeal.
Great. Great.
Yeah, his name is Rudy Lowe.
Okay. Good brother. I seen. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, he's on my page.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
shares a lot of content that I. Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude.
yes.
He
He
always
he
salute
start
me. Yeah.
the Low Life logo. He's the one that created it.
Oh wow.
Facts.
Yeah, he created the Low Life, and I was there when he did it. And he's a great guy.
Matter
He's
of
a
fact, we had Uncle Nick who was in here early. He loved Low Life, the Low Life logo.
yeah. He's definitely in tune, and that's my ex-husband. I love him to death, like family. I would never speak nothing bad about him ever. But
Yeah.
both
He
these
be coming with that
situations.
consciousness too.
No,
Yes,
you know why I respect him, and you know why his interview was featured on this channel, because you don't get to hear a story from a dude who got sent his life. He could have gave up. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably gave up on him. But the thing is like he still had to get out that motherfucker. And he got up out of there. You feel me? And shit, that shit right there is like shit. I'm honored that he even gave me, you know what I'm saying? Like the real story and shit. Cause he broke down
Yeah,
a lot of stuff in that interview. If y'all ain't seen it, the Rudy Lowe joint.
yeah. And then Clout. Yeah, shout out to Rudy Lowe. Definitely shout out to Rudy Lowe. He got the Rudy Lowe Esquire. But Clout, I've been on your channel before you did the
Yeah, I
interview.
know that.
So I was like, wait a minute, oh my gosh. Like that's some real shit right there. Like I've been in tune with
First,
Clout.
when
Like,
you seen it though, you remember first what you said though. You was like, I don't like this shit like that. Then you listen to it, you was like, this shit is hard. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a fact. Because I'm always gonna give you my judgment. I'm always gonna be like, I don't like it. Or I like it or whatever. But that's how we do. So and
Yup.
all your content, you got the good shit. You got the good stuff. Cosmetology Bay, great for checking in. I'm telling you,
Oh,
listen
thank
to
you.
me.
Thank you.
This right here, we gonna have to like this movement.
Right.
How gonna do? He gonna do it. I'm gonna get him in tune with these ladies because they've been like really tuning into me, like not tuning in because I'm not doing anything on YouTube right now,
Right.
but they know what like I've been talking about. So I'm like, look, we need to do this, and y'all need to come out of the closet because
Yeah. This
nobody's
is
gonna hear your story if you don't talk about it. So I
no,
know
no.
a
It's
platform
awesome, and
is
it's a
going
good
to
way
be
of
a great
healing. It's a
platform.
good way
Yeah.
for them to heal. For them to heal
Yep.
also.
And we still growing people like you know what I'm saying. I like everybody who be said, you know what I'm saying, like she just showed us love and said, she fucked with our platform, but we still growing. We still got some things to do, you know what I mean, as far as professionalism. We definitely gonna get there, you know what I mean? But we don't want that to just like what I'm doing, I don't never want nobody to think that because they don't got all the tools that's needed to mean that they supposed to stop production. You
That's
understand?
right. That's right.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
never want
Just
that
do what it
message
do.
out there. You gotta
Yep.
do what you gotta do.
Hmm.
Mhm. That's right. And
And that don't mean
that's what you
YouTube. That mean
promote.
everything in life. That mean like
That's
your
right.
job. That mean anything you do, college, whatever, high school, whatever. You know what I mean?
Fact.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. You do what you got to do, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
definitely fact.
Everything else will come together, man. Everything else will come together. You just do what you do. People that's feeling it, they're gonna gravitate towards it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. 702, salute.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure that smash that like button.
No
I
Hit
wish
that
doubt.
YouTube would
Yeah.
actually send it. Like y'all don't know this though, right? When
But
I
you can
do a
still
premiere,
smash the button on Facebook. What are you talking about?
yeah, but I'm talking about when I send out the premieres, they
Uh
usually
huh.
send out my notifications, right? But when I do my lives now, they don't send out my notifications until like the next
It's
day and
been
shit.
like that. It's been like
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I got a couple of hundred subscribers, but it's not showing up on my channel. So I'm not even. Yeah, something's wrong.
You all over Facebook. I mean Facebook right now. I shared you in the Brooklyn group and like four other groups.
Who me?
Not the brother Depp. Well, all of us is
Oh,
on there now. Yeah,
Clout.
it's in the
Yes, Clout is. Yeah, shit. Clout is everywhere.
yeah, the
Clout
live
is
party.
yo shit. Yeah,
Right.
Clout is everywhere. He's doing his thing. He got the good content. That's my guy. He's
And
doing
he
his
do it
thing.
with class. That's why I like it too, because he do it with class and some type of consciousness. He's not just like he doesn't do it sloppy and just disrespect people. He does it with consciousness and class. So that's why one of the reasons why I really love it.
Yeah, because people always doing that trash.
Yeah, bashing each
They
other
always,
and yeah.
he good. He good on these streets. We love Clout. I love Clout. I don't know about nobody else. That's my
Yeah.
guy.
I always shout him out, tell him I said, yo, you my media, because when I wake up in the morning, I at least got like 3 joints on my phone that I gotta look at. So I say, yo, and the brother is consistent in his
Yes.
motivation. His motivation is like
Yep. I'm like,
you know,
all right. I have
You
to
know,
look at
dig it.
this. All right, this is what's going on, because I'll be like in and out of the loop sometimes. Dealing with
Right,
this
right.
remote learning with the children, I'm like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah, they
don't know
say a
what's
lot of
going
things are
on.
going virtual. You know, a lot of things, concerts and stuff like that. All this stuff's going to start to go virtual. But yeah, I heard y'all earlier talking about the whole thing, and it's crazy. This thing is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's about to get even crazier because they trying to say that we're not gonna go back to work until September, but
Wow.
then they not saying September. They like, I don't know.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. I seen somebody on YouTube, right? And I think some people get it mixed up a little bit when some people say it's fake, some people say it's real, some people say it's a hoax. It's not a hoax, right? Really, what it is like, say you in the kitchen, right, with a whole like maybe 20 people, right? And say a glass of milk spills. And then they be like, oh, everybody get out the kitchen, go over there, go over there. Then they go say, yo, I need money for a mop. I need this, I need Lysol. So that's all they doing right now. It happened, but they're using it as an opportunity for other things. And I
Right,
think
that's
I
what they're
think that's
doing.
where people get confused at. You know what I'm saying? They just got $2 trillion. They about to get what, another 5 billion. So this is like opportunists for them, for all of them, really.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm just like
No, that's a
trying to stay
fact.
out the way. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Uh-uh. I don't know. That's so. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay out the way.
I wish StreamYards be able to play music and shit, cause I want to start my damn putting
But
out
why you
different
don't
artists
just
and
do it
shit.
on the side of the like,
What's the name? The
yeah,
OBS and shit.
right.
Should be like right now. I need to do a campaign because I don't got no good computer for it. I just bought another laptop, but it ain't strong enough for all this shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have a powerful ass computer to be doing that shit.
Oh, okay.
Your
But you
shit will
can't
start
use like
lagging. Like, notice I did it before, but it started lagging. You know, I'd be like, yo, you know all them technical difficulties I ain't had in the past. Shit start going crazy. See, you just fell off. See how technical difficulties, you know what I mean? Cosmo, Cosmology Bay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. I was over on I had ran to Facebook real quick.
Oh no, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, bro, shout out your platform, bro. Let them know where they can follow you at, cause you definitely be featured on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, thank you, man. Everybody could go follow me anywhere. Cosmology Bay. I'm on YouTube, Electromagnetic, and TikTok Cosmology Bay, Twitter Cosmology Bay. And if anything, questions answered, you could just search me on Google and everything will pop up, what I'm about and everything like that. Good looking, Clout.
Got you. So let
All
me
right.
ask you one more thing though before we get up out of here. Like when it come to I seen y'all did a video the other day on Queen's Flip. We posted it on the channel or whatever. And
Yes.
like so do you have any like issues with Queen's Flip, or you know what I'm saying, it was just a simple brother trying to give a brother some good advice?
Yeah, it was just a brother trying to give a brother good advice because I seen the video and I seen how much he was bothered by how I think they're playing with his channel and everything. But stuff like this shouldn't be a surprise because I always go into how these industries are very similar. So it's an industry, you know what I'm saying? They buy views for you, they do certain things for make you all right as long as you're doing the right thing by the machine. So then me and Karim, we got on. And then I said, "Oh snap! I could put this together, and then give, and then other people will listen too." And then I heard China Max speaking about how they was messing with his channel, and then you and a bunch. So I said maybe let's just put that out there, and then other people can relate to it, other than Queen's Flip. You know what I mean? He could relate to it, and
Hmm.
then other people could relate to it.
But you know what's even funnier? They
What's that?
monetized that video.
Oh, get out! Say word.
Yeah, they monetized that video. It's interesting.
Wow, wow.
And you know, he was basically saying the same things that he was saying on the video that they said that he couldn't say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy,
yeah,
right? I
yeah. That
guess
is
they allow it
crazy.
to be on certain people's shit because they got a certain amount of people, and then they want to. That's probably why they pigeontoling me, because I was looking at my analytics earlier. 92% of people who watch my video ain't even subscribed to me, bro.
Oh wow. Ain't that
92% of people who watch any of my videos are not even subscribed to me.
wow. So what the hell are the subscribers doing? Wow. Wow, that's ill. That's ill. Yeah, it's the industry for you. Peace.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah, yeah, but
wild,
that's
you know.
yeah,
Just gotta get people, I guess, we gonna get them together though, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We ain't for short term. Salute, fam. Peace
absolutely.
and blessings to you, Showtime. We ain't hear from internet. I got the shit, the best internet. The only thing is though out here they don't got fiber optic. When I was in Atlanta, they had fiber optic. That's stronger than what I got for sure. But they don't offer that fiber optic. But I got the highest one underneath that.
Right.
But yeah, man. But it's just like it's a different story, man. Like it's a lot of dudes, man. Like they'll see people work with people, and I know they be in your inbox too, babe. And I know how they be. And I remember
Right.
you telling us before, like different energies, how like you choose to work with people, who you work with, and
Right.
during your time frame when you want to work with them. And when you get a lot of people
Absolutely.
that be hitting you up trying to get you to come on their platform, like what type of like how do you express to them this feeling?
Well, a lot of times, I'll just talk to them. Not saying that I talk them out of asking me, but I'll just talk to them, and then a lot of times it's just a certain vibe that they know I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple people, asked me
Mm-hmm.
to get on, but I knew the reason why they really, really wanted me to get on. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'm not gonna get on
Right,
for that reason. If I get on and I do it, I'm gonna do it from the heart, and I always get on Death of the Cloud Chaser because I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
right.
If you don't see me somewhere, or you don't see me shouting somebody out or like that, I'm not comfortable with them because I know my energy and I know other people's energy, what people tolerate, and it's gonna be a problem down the line. So to alleviate that, I just give people their respect, and then I keep my distance. That's it. Because
Facts. It's gonna be a problem down the line, people.
I always told if somebody comes into your cipher, you break their neck. My pops always taught me that. He said, don't bother nobody, leave people alone. But if they bother you, he said, you got to do something. You got to break their arm or something. So that's why I'm so calm and so chill because I really don't want to do that, man. I know I'm going to go to jail. These dudes, they're going to tell. So I just keep my distance and I give everyone their respect because I know that's one thing that a lot of people want, if not everyone. They want their respect. So I give the shorties their respect. I give the OGs their respect. And I just, stay to myself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me ask you a question though. Like I know we said that was the last one, but then I had another thought, and I gotta
Okay.
ask you.
Right.
Um, when it come to China Mac, China Mac is basically he's going around saying that Chinese people are being discriminated against in the United States right now, and he's on the campaign when it comes to Chinese people and racism.
Right.
But I've seen like it's a brother named Low Culture. I seen like Low Culture. He made some videos and he's saying like, where's this footage? Like we seeing like spurts of little footage, but like where's the actual footage of them getting discriminated on in our hoods when they got businesses in our neighborhoods and they the ones who got the authority to kick us out their stores. You know what I mean?
No, 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 absolutely. Absolutely. Me myself, I live in New York and I don't really see none getting discriminated against or jumped or beat up. You like you said, you might see it once in a while, but they in Africa right
But due
now
to
trying to yeah.
this due to the coronavirus, I'm talking. This is through all
Okay.
what he's saying all through the coronavirus, all through the COVID. You know what I mean? The Rona.
Yeah. Yeah, me myself, I haven't really personally seen it. I seen more so Africans getting discriminated against or dark skinned people, but I haven't really seen the Chinese too much. No, I haven't seen it. Maybe like on World Star, maybe one fight on the train or something.
Yeah, and he said like the brother Low Culture said like, and I did it. He said when you search these type of terms that this brother is putting in the titles, the only videos that pop up or the only news feeds that pop up is his. Ain't that
Wow.
interesting?
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So that is that like. almost means that he's pushing some type of propaganda when it's at that, like when it's
Um,
in your face like that.
yeah, well, it
I
would
would
definitely
say.
be propaganda, whether he's doing it purposely or whether he's just getting his information from, you know what I mean, a suspect source.
Mm,
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
because
Yeah, that
me
could
myself.
happen. That could happen.
Yeah, yeah. It depends where a lot of these people are getting their information from, and they're just spitting it back. They're not. They're getting information from like maybe 10 days ago. They're not going back to like a month. You got to really do your research and see what's going on.
No, facts.
Word.
Facts. And a lot of people don't do their research. They don't want to see what's going on. They take people, like, for example, I could post something right now and it'd be fact, and they'll be like, "Yo, this shit is, you clout chasing." Then later on that day, they favorite blogger posted or they news media outlet that they go to will say, and that's fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So
because
I
a lot
guess
of
it's
them dudes
all
took
about the
emotional.
point of position the information is coming from.
Absolutely. I just put on my headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it's from. Where they getting their information from? They probably getting it from a flimsy source. You know.
Yeah,
But because
yeah.
I listen to China Max sometimes, and I think that he spits some fire. I'm from Queens, so he used to run with a lot of Queens dudes, like TKO and them. So he was like always stand up. But once you start getting into that media and you become a figure, sometimes they'll sway you in different ways.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It
on purpose.
happens.
Like them phone calls be coming from them.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Them
absolutely.
emails be coming from them.
Yeah. When someone else is controlling you, they can always limit what you could say. Like with the Hebrew Israelites, they give them money, so it's certain things they could say and they can't say, or they snatch the money away from them. I think that's what Brother Karim was talking about the other day.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And then you have brothers like you seen the other day like I was on the Bullets Gotti network and we was interviewing Sarnetta TV. And I had a question for Sarnetta and I asked Sarnetta, you standing on something and you believe in something, usually that's what comes out people's mouth, correct?
Exactly.
And he agreed, right? And I asked him, so why was Brother Polite in front of a strip club promoting a black business, and this black business was a strip club, so I guess because it's a black business you can promote it. No, fam.
Right.
Evil is evil. You understand? Things
Absolutely.
that makes you and your people, you know what I'm saying, whether this shit is affecting white, Hispanics, Asian, whomever, you know what I mean? These
That's
are the
true.
keys to put the damn people down. When
Right.
they talk about it, they talk about drugs, prostitution, and guns, right?
Yep.
So when we speaking on these things, these are the type of things that are taking place right in front of our eyes, but we want to act like we're clueless.
Because a lot of these dudes is motivated by just straight money. They're not. A lot of times when they come in, they're motivated by the people. The people is what motivate them. But once the money gets in play, like with Brother Polite, telling people to put their money into this. Some lady, I think she's running for some type of Congress or something, telling people to put all their money into her bank. I mean, people don't even know this lady, and he didn't even really give good details. So they start
Mm-hmm.
getting motivated by the money and the fame, and then that's their motivation. You know what I'm saying? Their spirit gets corrupted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It got
absolutely. Then you
yeah.
heard the way the brother Sarnetta answered that question. Did you
Um
feel it was sufficient for what he represent?
nah. Both of the questions that you asked him, he jogged around the question. Like he said, business is business, and what somebody sells at his event shouldn't affect him, which is a lie because you wouldn't allow them to sell cocaine. If the police came in and they were selling guns, they locking you up too. You know what I mean? If someone falls there,
Yeah,
you getting
remember the
sued.
brother asked him a clear question. He
Mm-hmm.
asked him, he said, "Yo, are you can the KKK come here and have a table at your event too? And what he say?
He said, "Hell no."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Very interesting. It's good that you asked him that in the public because now, everyone who heard his answer or heard that, now they know what's really up, man. He said business is business, man. I said, wow, that's crazy. At one of the joints, they were selling nutcrackers, man. Everybody know about that. At one of the debates, they were selling nutcrackers, nutties. So, once the money gets into play, man, these dudes, their moral status just lowers. And it's really not about being
Oh,
rich.
for
It's about
sure.
just having a steady income where you can do certain things in your life. You don't have to be rich because when you get all that money, you get paranoid from losing it. You got these cars, these houses. All you need is a straight income coming through every day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Even if it's multiple incomes. Because they
Yeah,
want you at your job to multitask, but they tell you need to focus on one thing.
exactly. Yeah,
Pay attention.
Why y'all fucking up y'all grandmother's house?
right.
Pay attention. That's what they do on the regular. You know what I mean? And it's like, a lot of times people stray away from content like this because they don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it sound like, I don't want to know that shit.
Yeah, yeah. They don't want to know. And then two, in the hood, it's not really beneficial to let people know how smart you are, especially if you're running with a certain crew, because then they look at you suspect. It's just crazy. So a lot of people, they try to keep their consciousness hid. You know what I'm saying? They be smart and intelligent,
Yeah,
but they're too ashamed to bring it out because people will look at them like a nerd, or they say, "How you know all of this stuff? You police or something?" Our people think like that sometimes,
or you think you know it all. That's the favorite
or
one.
you
The
or
favorite
you think you
one
know it
is
all.
you think you know it all.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
favorite one, right? You think you know it all.
yeah, yeah. Who you think you is? You think you know everything? It's not that I know everything. We all know something, but if you don't put it into use, it's worthless. You got dudes that know stuff that's smart, but
Facts.
they don't believe in themselves because where they come from, people don't really like people come home from college or they come home or they get good grades. They don't really get rewarded like dudes that come home from the penitentiary or dudes that out there putting work in the streets. So that's just like women. You have a lot of beautiful, intelligent women that might dress like hookers because they see the hooker, the women that dress like that, that's getting the most attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That a
Yep.
lot of a lot of women look at Foxy Brown.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't know that Foxy Brown is very intelligent, very intelligent. She know how to break down the 5% lessons and all of that, but people wouldn't know that,
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. I had to touch on that with you, man. For real,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
real. But
One,
I'm
one, one more
end
thing
the
before we
show.
go. Yep. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say, yeah, one more thing. I like how you do this because you bring both crowds together. And a lot of people that didn't know about Isaiah, certain brothers, is because of you. So that you doing your job, man. You're doing your job, and you're doing it for the people. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to salute you on that, and I want to salute the sister from earlier, everybody in the chat, the OG, the general, and thank you all the time, Def.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, fam.
Absolutely, man. Peace and love.
Peace. Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, it's like, what can you say, man? You got visions of having everything in the cup, and then your ice is melted. What do? You go refresh, or you throw the whole cup away? Y'all get in the comments and let me know, man. It's definitely the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again. You dig?